Hi, this is another in a series of short videos about the life and times of Gavin Maxwell. And today I'd like to say a little bit about Gavin's sister Christian Maxwell, born 1909, died 1980. Christian Maxwell flies right under the radar. Not an awful lot is known about her, other than she was born into aristocracy and died in poverty. A lifelong communist who in the early 30s was active in the Spanish Civil War with her friend Jody Dickey, otherwise known as Jack Brent, fighting the fascist forces in Spain. Jody Dickey's nephew told me that he was very fond of Christian and how she bought him and his family a house to live in rent-free in Camden Square, London, until it became a burden to her. And then she bought them a smaller house in Islington. He said he would often get letters from her written on the back of British Embassy notepaper from Czechoslovakia, Prague, but had no idea why she was there or what she was doing. I started to look into this and I realised that she was part of a clandestine group who is completely lost to history for one simple reason, and that was because she was misnamed. During her life she was always known as Chris, and when books came to be written about her exploits much later, it was assumed that Chris was short for Christine, so history records her as Christine Maxwell. Just before the outset of World War II, a clandestine group who were moving Jewish children out of Czechoslovakia on trains, eventually ending up safely in Britain. This became known later as the Czechoslovakian Kindertransport. The UK end was organised by Nicholas Winton, and the Czechoslovakian end was run by a woman called Doreen Warrener. She was part of the BCRC, based in Prague at the British Embassy. That's the British Committee for Refugees from Czechoslovakia, BCRC. Doreen Warrener enlisted the help of two secretaries, in inverted commas, from Britain to help her with her efforts. One of them was Christian Maxwell. Secretly, along with others, they were smuggling Jewish children out of the country under the noses of the Gestapo. Hundreds of children escaped to safety who would have otherwise ended up in the death camps. Nobody spoke about this for years and years. Nicholas Winton was the only one eventually to be honoured for his efforts, but many more went unrecognised, including Christian Maxwell. Christian then disappears, but I'm pretty sure she ended up in the artist studios of Talgoth Road near Barons Court in London. It's possible this may have been the place that she died, alone, forgotten and in poverty. Amongst her belongings were books and two paintings she painted years earlier of Gavin as a young boy when he was ill. Whilst Gavin was training special operatives across secret bases on the west coast of Scotland, Christian was out there in the field doing it. Quite a remarkable woman really, completely lost to history. Thanks for listening.